at least based on report we are yehu. Charles abekanse wa Charles Bissue akwa bana pom to den.
Brother Poto obi mi jodo na wa say.
Nyame na adom bibia bogona ewo krom ha na yetu kwan.
That mo Ghana ya mo akra.
Ewo Ghana he yara yete won ka ache kakra.
For Chelsea.
Miss yete won ka ache kakra.
Me sure.
Minim there in the wake of the allegations against you through a national investigative piece, no?
Yeah.
The interministerial committee now we are on secretary, no? A refer case to the police CID for investigations.
Yeah.
Were you called before the police CID? Okay,
but that's me check you know, I know Mr. Pass hired on the 1st of March. On that same scene, no quarrel. But sometimes in say in no quarrel and pro. Moye on the English and go for the gum work can simply, but or Markham name there. Menyashi, Mamman and a motion. But I sometimes I have interview a messy. Now, open young couponusu, and Nasa Suban, a mission. To answer them attack a par. And also the same ammunition and assassin or my yummy, a corner for the chua. So, and see, let me no quarrel, but sometimes in Abuta, Utunqua, and see. Name to all coding say but you said the question.
Yeah. In the what tone suffer CID tone suffer.
Yeah, 1st of March, yes, 1st of March now. Resigning, I think that was a Friday, yes. And see some year get so Mesa or codon, Malam step aside now painful washum. 15th of March on the meeting because I can Julius season because you'll see the city and it's careful on the 15th of March. The back them story now.
Yeah.
Into 15th of March, in police headquarters. Melville my way investigation for phobia and yes, I appeared before them. I think April was the report, my lawyer Trohan, and I was reported by the Mingy Bibia, Mingy Bright BPR, and I've some no miss what to know that. What would about Papu Bono? Sometimes I mean on the piano orchestra and President Oshamin in your from presidential staff and so. Now I imagine there was some moment in tea. Bibio Oboman, another working on there, Aiden, a man painful was what in tea. Obandam no Mancasa because but catch your there will be more away. Sometimes women been. On minimum one bonk on Mr. On Chede, I don't want to do it soon, but in there, Nanya Copan or Bra, or the Nadia was a sort of and so in Bruma, 2 million I don't know Brazil. And she said, and then I just on there will be my side in the end and say, Macapromo Macasea, Bunda Fee, one no work on no hiding, Ubiaka hide. Sometimes why you made them imagining me, I don't know to say. But when you Yankupon not 2 years, maybe almost Obiana or Cardon. I don't know. As some do Obio went to Marco police, then question some police and police are some.
Yeah, the other thing I'm putting Busane there because I confirmed there at least all lawyers after they appear before the police CID, you know. Subsequently, all lawyers at trauma police CID will hear copy of our final report, no.
Exactly.
After more investigations, and that copy, no, was sent to you in April 2019. You mean?
Yes. You know.
Okay.
So that was over 2 years ago.
Okay.
And to the American, I mean the party me, and up a bed on the workers will be from this and was Wabo Francis who say charm business. Yes, that was a gentleman. Meaning ye tomorrow. Professor from Bomb Watson, no new man, but for watching we introducing the geologist meaning ye tomorrow. And I brand the piano will be for us from Pramako Broad Day. Namsa. So I learned it on the job because it's better a year to be made a PhD or Bristol University for this Juana American. Into number year, one Azana Maria PhD. I had to change it after 6 months, more proposal, so that what we're doing in Ghana, no a novelty. Into Mr. Nam is a Kayon. Into Abrantiano. We didn't catch him paying for that. I went to Morian, mempe bo kokuma sa aboso an pa 6 not wo na nkrofo kita envelope na no I'm so say we obi ebia na yimo takra kakra
yeah
anti after 3 or 4 months I'm da home to catch the mombo hobio ono na chairman wuntu mi suma andi don fa hadin bra na mfanka ma minim de marriage organizer Abdul Ganiu na ofo bizechi na ipa kunbo video the scan so what shim no nye mo friend then oye ofi gentleman ofi wuntu mi hold the mfanka ma Abdul Ganiu because your program on the 4th of January but scan by around 19th it's a bonde actual video na them in Pedro Macasapi because them Pedro special prosecutors will be in but this is also 2 years no I check back there Martinamidu former special prosecutor about the major package also issue case and there's an issue of an identity thing or whatever them can hand over but bonde baby all consider them to tour but one an orange bribe organ or the phone but to loudspeaker no better the koipi could but on the night you're booked for a bar or Ghana high a bit did not also and not too no soon paying for why investigation some can what to but I have to protect the image of a party and abana if President Shaman you know more than count no identity
yeah because on my Casano after he's had the benefit of reading the report CID report no and he makes the point say or no a suspected frame up say you were set up in all of this also about to that same conclusion and
yes I know I will be 20,000 Ghana cedis na sabio ejuma na oban pin shabansan na minyi pa pia atasa where to me and na pay for pia ban but na Bissue MPP and this way to me and I know them atasa obitumba discussion to maybe send no go na hin na ekutu abram them skin miss that be and I know people wait a minute and say odum bibia onam ka do nya time bia na if you can say if you mean or sacrifice na den be ya and so be it e ma me cheda but why you in there through that no obi da kwhwe na ma mbe nya heart attack again ma me the fomo atasa odum be no e dey me change no ma me na baze no phone because we been my friend one way maybe a friend or threaten mama me to have to change the phone na nkakanka yankopon atun safren yes onyi na o dey for so obi so mama so to 95 adamboa
yeah
obi so mama to 100 and in law we will be your friend causation say when you heart attack and tell so and see more crodon I mean some no it was a frame up by Ethiopia iska there because I don't know, maybe 20,000. Sanjon on Mancasa, you told me yet you go to one. Morocco, I have every document. As I told you, we don't call for hack me, I have an external hard drive. We put you down, I did that bridge. As I said, there's been so many things. Assassination plots, and I'm telling you, Obi. Nina, Mamma, as I said, and see, I don't know a frame up. And the gentleman, Nankaso, introduce you, be pain. Sanche by this time no I don't oba pacho since then we are nka let's say I was all prime so jobbing and in just the don't know what to chairman but thing I know there yeah the obi some not dogs it's a time over and I am me pede makasepi
yeah because we are not me share say you know I've been going through the police CID report and I don't know say Ubetima confirm the report we have here, no one Superintendent Ebenezer Nketia and an Ensashas here. Is that the same with what you have?
Yes, one no, yes.
Okay. Okay. So what police for no terms of reference relative to investigations. Now Moka say, and this is me reading from I say on the receipt of the petition, the police set off to determine the following: 1, whether or not IMCIM, that's the Interministerial Committee Against Illegal Mining staff, and others have circumvented any of the procedures to enable ORR Resource Enterprise to obtain a mining license. B, whether or not Mr. Charles Bissue and others in the documentary could influence the system to enable ORR Resource Enterprise take undue advantage to obtain the mining license. C, whether or not ORR Resource Enterprise is mining illegally as portrayed by the documentary. And D, to determine whether or not any of the aforementioned in A and B constitute a criminal offense under Section 239 and or 252 of the Criminal and Other Offences Act, and for possible prosecution. And police talk to Kase. On 13th March 2019, the CID requested City TV that aired the documentary to furnish it with a copy of the video. On 14th March 2019, City TV provided police a copy of the said documentary to assist in our investigations. A letter was written to the Registrar General's Department to ascertain whether or not ORR Resource Enterprise is registered. The letter also requested for the names and addresses of their directors and the nature of their business. Please further send letters to the Minerals Commission and the Environmental Protection Agency to ascertain whether or not ORR Resource Enterprise has a mining license, a mining permit, and environmental permit respectively. Separate letters of invitation were sent to Mr. Bernard Enchibo Esiakon, aka Chairman Wontumi, NPP Chairman Ashanti Region, and Mr. Francis Owusu Achao to report at the CID headquarters to assist in the investigations. And it goes on and on and on. Now, a sign so etre nkofua a bar before the committee for the investigation. The account has said during investigation, the underlisted suspects were invited and subsequently arrested to assist in investigation. They were all made to watch the documentary by Tiger IPI on Galamsey fraud. Subsequently, investigation caution statement was obtained from them on separate dates. And your name is here, and the Owusu Inspector, Kennedy Frempong Inspector, Matthew Ano, Corporal Bafwe Wa, Nicholas Dakwa, Samson Bimpong, Obedo Boache, Apia Hene, Opon Jimmy, and all of those names. And they go further to explain Obiaba before them, no statement. I would show any BB. Everything is here in this report. And after our investigations, no, let me see, inti Ebawaha from paragraph 36 aircon, or say result of police investigations. And a bit detailed. This other part, no, let me see. The summary of police investigations, Ewaha, and I want to read going forward, the conclusion. Good. Or say, from the investigation conducted so far, and based on the evidence available to the CID, it is concluded as follows. A, none of the suspects in the case, including suspect Charles Bissue, was found to have circumvented the laid-down procedures of the Interministerial Committee in favor of ORR Resource Enterprise. And B, or say, suspects Nicholas Dakwa and Bafwe Wa, Samson Bimpong are personnel attached to the IMCIM. These personnel have no authority to deploy any member of the service to provide security for any mining company. Suspect Apia Hene is also not privy to the movement of the task force to enable him give a tip-off to ORR Resource Enterprise. C. Nekase, Inspectors Kennedy Frempong and Matthew Ano are stationed at VIPPU and not connected to the IMCIM as the documentary portrays. They only perform duties assigned them by their commander. They are therefore not in a position to provide security for a mining company. Suspect Obed Osei is a small-scale miner who is not connected to IMCIM, contrary to what the documentary portrays. He was not found to have influenced any decision of the IMCIM. Inekase, all the suspects denied the allegation of bribery. It was observed that the documentary which was aired is not a true reflection of what transpired between these suspects and the said Yao Ben of ORR Resource Enterprise. F. Investigation has further revealed that no mining activities have taken place at the site of ORR Resource Enterprise, which is located at Dewusaso in the Amansia South District in the Ashanti region, contrary to what is portrayed by the documentary. G. The allegation of galamsey fraud and bribery as portrayed by the documentary have therefore not been substantiated to establish the alleged offences against the 9 suspects listed in paragraph 23 of this document. And comments, police for the other comment, say, at the time of compiling this report, the CEO of Tiger IPI, Anas Harimia Anas, had failed to report to the police to assist in our investigations. He also has not provided the unedited footage of the documentary to the police. Moreover, the key witness in the case, Yao Ben, is not available to assist in the investigations to substantiate the claims of bribery against the respective suspects. Strenuous efforts were made to contact him on his known telephone number, but the number was always off. And I'll say, the CEO of Tiger IPI, Anas Harimia Anas, via telephone indicated that he is not prepared to cooperate with the police because he had failed. He had filed a petition with the Office of the Special Prosecutor, respectfully submitted for further action. Ebenezer Nketia and an Insa Eshe report we as here. And there are other very interesting parts about names. Chairman Wuntumi and Yowusu, your friend say Usu Acha, and all of those guys, no, in summer police were finding about them in but another complaint or special prosecutor. Have you gone there?
I went there in April, I think April 24, 2019. So that's over 2 years. I don't know.
FM.
Oh, a hospital crime video no. Na me in some na no na. I think gentleman so Francis Owusu so baho. You know. But the video nam ko show on Obi wasn't any different from the Obi Ashe no. And na swamba on to mamba intermission committee bu video. Because Obiaro ye juma no. Even during the time of vetting, Obi I think I'm the one journalist I more baho. One way juma for no. Mama won call pado you it do ho. Ya more lunch and sani ibra coffee. So that Obian to compromise Obia. I mean, doing me because I mean, system, the British system, no meaning the way I'm meaning pay at that. And it's a do lunch or empty pardon. It's a nice one, but Francis and also small be. And then young could be a bridge. And then in no company. Now, one from Bay at the Mazen. And the guy, I think tax identification number not been but no fake. The system cuts it. As ID card or the bail, voter ID card, no sooner on your papa. We caught it. It is a bribe, I bet you check them the winner. And then the Bissue committee, your mandate was not to issue licenses.
Yes.
Then, no, our mandate was to coordinate the relevant agencies. The Obiabe, because your Ben and the Bissue committee was formed so that Oboshe na you streamline in Zamaye. It is a Ebane Beji Bibopa, or there could be an echo Bibia. The gentleman video number share, it was nothing different. Yeah? The next day, no Sunday, no the 5,000 be him. That day, no more school of Bristol, number for Emirates. And see, and you also bear them Kadonki be the man. The guy, I mean, my Miss Wong has a man, and you realize on the phone, the phone without to speaker. Nams 1 year day man, 1 year day man. The next day when I came, he was sitting there. That's why I saw Mukro special prosecutor, Mushet video. And I'm saying, and not to worry, because maybe not so. And he was introduced as a party boy. But Andy, why no, Francis, and I do more order. If it's a party, and I do be paid away, BB Mana, you could have called me. Because my new uncle, all I said was that you want a geologist, and a because I'm a geologist, you want to know where you are. And I saw a Otumbe laptop from a forest. And a Juan forest be already could to go to
yeah.
And so I will not allow you to do that. And see, Obandam no bueno about but the way you want to enter there's a girl in the office called Dorothy. And I'm saying, Dorothy, no, so no, are you Jumanaman? It's a video na question no or charm to 15 minutes. Or should I na camera no bono. Into obey no must 1 year Juman no Dorothy sorry not boss or so I'm okay. So I went as I was about to leave. No Chairman went to me so on cancer mention. Nam so office no be on no so a private matter. On a bone video, no say yet the machines na kwase mfa nkwe. Nam say aba machines because margin need the margin no do. It's also a kono. No the 5,000 someone said something for the boys. And that money I gave it to the accountant in the office. My man accountant 10,000. Because when there were a party boys ba. In school fees they number scan amount and there are a lot of people are if you are mutual school fees. And so about so called gentleman okay 1,500. That was what it was. As I said, in the Obi Assam no one. I have my phone. I mean, Pedamakas be today, no corner or unfold Elma Michana, no piano, no Piera or Shama Roba, Piano, which is all, but only the money and number poncho. They be Amazon catch it with them. Nah, on a memory, ne Pia, Mamma, that's all I would say.
There is one bit here and a summary of police investigations. No, what are they? All the suspects mentioned above were alleged to have engaged themselves as facilitators to circumvent laid down procedures of the IMCIM for ORR Resource Enterprise to get protection to mine illegally per the documentary of Tiger IPI on Galamsey Fraud. However, investigations revealed as follows. A. In the case of suspect Charles Bissue, secretary to the IMCIM, he is alleged to have aided ORR Resource Enterprise to avoid the roadmap of the IMCIM to mine illegally. In the documentary, he was figured to have aided ORR Resource Enterprise to acquire a sticker through dubious means after receiving unspecified amount of money as bribe. Investigations have established that Mr. Bernard Enchibo Esiakon, aka Chairman Wontumi, Ashanti Regional Chairman NPP, delivered on his promise to support the party activities in the Western region. He sent suspect Andy Owusu to deliver the said amount, and same was delivered by suspect Andy Owusu and Yao Ben on 2 occasions. Charles Bissue did not, on his own, circumvent the process. No process was actually found to have been circumvented. This is the part relating to you. And when
read Francis and so.
Yeah,
gentleman not in the bay, no, you want to move you on.
Okay.
But we read the nationalism.
Okay.
He worked with me and I got rid of him because me in Kokumasa couldn't sleep. I was sorry, I was Stone Crawford or the envelopes about way save up. On your Juma president,
no, but the point
you know, build them thing for P when you demand me. One way introduced by them in Yejuman. Up to one frame the boy point on there. Mamma also you know Hindi Akasa or Jabin, also but on your can't some. I was never can.
No, but the point there in all of this, no. What has he done? On why then? Oh yeah, boy, Francis Owusu Acha on why then?
Oh no, the gentleman no about video in the bay. And I think the police have a CCTV footage of him and the boy speaking we show Holiday Inn. But all you know report catch on the Nabi Onyum boy no. Na ni bi wa America. Na ni no friend the boy no. It's danke so nhyia boy no on life that. So nhyia boy no life that no so on beden. On na wo mo hwe no mining concession man as be. And you know what be no so do there ejuma no wo no nya ho no all we were doing was vetting. The bonus video maka be the one fast track BB man. Now, you know there was a ban for 2 years. And in law there's something called economic restitution, right? Into Piara, it's a minor Biogana, or Piara license na 2 years and the government gave it back to you. Into no but in the month of January, yeah? Contract license both April 4th. Into no way vet navy. And so on way in term one fast track one fan come no one come up in a concession. A giant naked mine. It's the Minerals Commission na EP permit and subsequently the piece of officer. But no babaka no EP permit. No or try no I could probe which the Obamaska. It didn't work. But what is happening, Francis? No, up to now there's Ubia Banoabe will be the man. So a better for a number.
Yeah.
Also, you power America, so no number you have to do.
And I want to always read from the report at least. Now, Ubia client and the name you mentioned, the name Francis Owusu Achao, or say on 21st March 2019, Francis Owusu-Acha was invited to the CID headquarters. He was extensively interviewed, after which he submitted a statement to the police. In his statement, he stated that his schoolmate at the University of Mines by name Nana Barnier, who is now domiciled in the US of A, called him on phone and phone number na ewaha to assist his brother by name Yao Ben, who is a small-scale miner, to regularize his mineral license at the IMCIM. According to him, he first met Yao Ben at the Holiday Inn, Accra, and after deliberations, Yao Ben offered him some money, but he declined. He further stated that even though he initially worked at the IMCIM at the preliminary stages, but had since left the office, and therefore had an idea about their operations, he thought his friend Andy Owusu was in a better position to help Yao Ben. He linked the two and asked Andy Owusu to assist Yao Ben. Effort to get in touch with the said Nana Barnier through the number provided, proved futile, as the number appeared not to exist. And that's what the police said under his name.
But for sure, why the and you also I need more hoda.
Yes.
And to why don't find you also the on your panambra? Why the Nalawamba? But that's up to the Nippon also American sort of Yukuski, yen Nipa, baby, Pacono. Nipano obey also no so abate when you know when she abueno. At the page, Obi.
And to see Siano, because this is a reporter, Yensa Akano, and apparently the report was released in April 2019. It's been over 2 years. Yeah. You've kept quiet on this report, and Yadia Wakasa and Omahini Ebu Musa was all because, and that's what we asked our producers so Monfrel. Na yenu any and Komo we since our lawyers police CID handy over report we to mono and I'm mobile motor found. What have you been doing?
Okay. Obi. I mean, man, first of all, look at the party. No, I've been no need them because I need too so. Or there, state institutions need in special prosecutor, no investigation. The mass making a minimum in added that. From day one, I knew everything. Opia or cards and miss me Mubiara. Ediana again, which I mean, so almost everyone. Okay. But I didn't want to speak in the Bonam corridor stage. I miss one yabuta. Now, vindication dwells in the womb of time. Because the moon made the special prosecutor and Maiden taking the wind out of his soul. In that, no corners or atasa. It's not or the Minabu term a special prosecutor, but actually, no sooner and the young by Jamin Casa. But special prosecutor say, Obia Kaji 20,000 Ghana cities bribe. No, take 2 years. I know 4.5 million. Obey company. Yes. Human rights. Atasa. Mamia Fadash and the people want to wait the man and Jody when you put no up actual as or move. No man or
make kind about your response to the police. No, you made the point, say Sikana na captured on video, no. Now chairman won to me keeping a promise be to the Western Region NPP.
Exactly.
And apparently
December.
no,
me too.
Apparently police phone so invited Chairman Woon to me under Chairman Woon to me. I must say an invitation letter was sent to Bernard Enchibue Siakon, the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, to assist in our investigation because his name had come up in the course of the investigations. On 25th March 2019, he reported at the CID headquarters. He was interviewed by a team of investigators, and after that, he gave a statement to the police.
Yeah.
He stated that even though he is the NPP chairman for Ashanti region, he liaises with other party executives in other regions and assists them financially and materially. He indicated that there was some party activity in the Western region, so he had a discussion with Charles Bissue, who is the Western Regional Secretary of the NPP, and promised to help them financially. That subsequent to their discussion, he gave money to his personal assistant, Andy Owusu, to be given to Charles Bissue in his office, Accra. somewhere in January 2019. However, he could not remember the exact date. Enquiries were extended to other regional NPP executives from Bono Ahafo region, Upper East region, and Volta region, who confirmed that Mr. Ntwibo Esiako support the original party activities anytime he is approached for such support. Enti, Chairman Woon to me so account to the police, no, confirms the point you earlier made.
Yes, what about special prosecutor so?
What special prosecutor so?
Yeah, they've all been there. In 2019, everybody has been. Obiako, as I said, but on the end in the case, no, it's a case of Debia Obi, boy, you know, now from the Munko passport office. Na me yanku janche no se kale akwa me pere so me be in sana ka be certificate those okay mo boss has one you take them opportunity na enko. That's what it was. Into andi nanka sapo minjinzi do onyim there na boy na or set mpotata sa minjinzi da andi no onyim or chobe mu atasa into Francis o se chawo ono na o den introduce nipa no ma andi but my point is Francis why you want statement also you mo. So yes. He works with a lot of the boys where your department needs. Why the one small uncle be out? He could have called them because a human way open to the public and the entry ticket is right office 1 year mining license publish Why do you have to go through somebody? Because that's a ticket or passport and a visa it will rent the ministerial committee. Either you publish it for mining licenses, but when you when you get it, the office is open. So why did Francis not put you more procedures? No, why did they eventually they were disqualified or grabbing?
Yeah, I know, sir. Anka or so primary, but eventually he was disqualified. Yeah, I know.
Yes. Because somebody wrote a petition pertaining to that, and he was disqualified. No, so the corruption thing was manufactured from within our own party. In Tisiano, what can the Galam say? You lose constituencies, ID, on your opinion, Ubiara and corruption. Yes, even more Galam saying Kofuya, MPP, and PIM. Mr. Mutro Mubukana, Unkona, waiting room, but the party there say, what could be lose why you lose up as a constituency? These are the people they have to look at. What's on when you know those are the people they have to look at because a human Obi say me ya nchamunka your PhD on Anamwa.
Yeah.
And I'm still pursuing the PhD. Until me pedo say I na PhD na PhD in how is PhD in the UK of course I manju obiano you manju scholarship because
yeah but Mpocho, to be fair to Francis and Sono. The report doesn't state anywhere there he was the one behind the recording.
Mr. Someone can know recording. Mr. Ono no di nipa na bay.
Ono de yaw ben no.
Na Francis Tanka say na you abe juma no ye. You I don't find out abe juma no ye. So say be onya carpenter you. Atasa.
Yes.
I know the type of work he does. And he's into the mining so as well. I remember taking you know where you do.
Into the is it the Yao Ben guy who did the recording pay information our way?
Exactly, yes.
Yao Ben no your recording.
Some down is in Yao Ben, I don't know.
Okay.
Atasa.
Okay.
So the whole thing now when this Francis is Pakono Ben company all mining company Atasa. It turns out that company no address or Gabin with your guy in
Francis FM.
You get my point?
Yeah.
Baby or friends in here or grabbing one baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. And yeah, now the substantive question was in the sense that time, yes, this report has been with you since 2019. You still go about your normal air train ma special prosecutors we need
just to take not to take the wind out of his sail. But my point is that most human rights here.
Yeah.
So one casa German casa because say 2 years, let's say to 2 years, 20,000. Now, yeah, investigate special prosecutor or Juma. No, take 2 years. And on 4.5 million, then overtake him.
Yeah.
Because I make a Krubeno, a basket case, also President Mahaman work elections and I'm over. Until known to there's an issue of identity. One an identity, and when you put an identity or them to Muchanana.
Into on a party executive, you're a regional secretary.
Exactly.
Within your party, because your suspicion is that this is something cooked from within to tarnish our image.
I am suspicious. Oh, be minimum.
Yeah. I mean,
you know, I've sat on this for 2 years. So if I say me a big anche, I'll apologize to Ghanaians. And then Mama me po and Chabon hear them. Unya Mokwaka Kanukar, but meaning the Minjay, until Namis Minabutan.
It not me boost identity within the party, no, like a petition party for IABB within the party.
My petition,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Their party in Penny Funshim.
Yes.
Now when you're then one clear one, now when you're then
a party. No, I'm not paying for Castle.
Okay.
But based on this, about the major petition party, because I didn't want to talk about it now.
Okay. Okay.
Second petition, I mean, sure there. Another all I did was orally no. BBC and my friend paying there. Okay, they no condominium. Then you pay. You pay for Casa. Messi, there was even an assassination plot. Uncle from Ghana, which was intercepted again by me. I'm paying for him something in Ara.
But Sisian, you do an official petition to the party.
Exactly.
To do what? The party for 1 year then?
Oh, sir, what you should say, I can't offer the word disqualified.
Okay.
Petition would was disqualified. Sisian, your elections, man, Casa, be in me upon Pierre. If a day, worship. If you're not party, I'll send your party because I've sworn oath to protect the image of the party. So I would not have been so they will support her, but because it's not about me alone. It's 2 years and me 18
yeah.
Because Ghana put here MPP. The Ghana put here MPP. No, no, but Ebisa, mistake me and Debiam, Mancas and Tamayan. Because I mining constituencies maybe a CVB because I'm comfortable to them because we have with all corruption and the Bishop come to I just give internet did know maybe one away you man so I'm saying for another small scale man is woeful if you enjoy them but just so me now timing I just didn't want to talk.
Into a special prosecutor alcohol just once
yes, I went there and then later on my lawyer Cho on last year that what we do maybe I think last but say
Charles, my fancy BBNA Ibedin Comobio.
Sure.
We wish you well. Charles Bissue and Mochen can responding to the document we intercepted the CID report on investigations into the alleged corrupt practices brought against some officials at the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, Secretariat, and others. And the report makes interesting reading. But from the police report, they almost say, based on the evidence before them, the allegations against Charles Bissue was not true. Allegations say Oje bribed to circumvent the process for a mining company to get the license and no crap. Based on this police investigative report. And the Abasha what the petition to the party kind of the special prosecutors investigations the findings are monso at the Ebaba will be serializing this particular report and the issues in there na monso mwetimi ehu said the nyoma esi Ekosiisen a higher sempa 94.